This is HR Hidden Rangers streaming with another reaction video. This one is um, this one's a relatively new video, and it's comes from Floating Hand Studios, um, who is a developer for has been a long time developer for Flash animation cartoons. Um, and they have been dealing with X-Men, basically, short humorous things about X-Men comics. And I've been a fan of Floating Hand Studios for years, but haven't seen anything they've done in I don't know how long. And I don't even know if it's like one person or an entire outfit, but yeah. So I'm rather excited about this, and this one is about Kitty's wedding. In fact, that's the title of it. It's about the wedding of Kitty Pryde in the comics. She's getting married to Colossus, um, and there's a lot of back and forth in the comic fan community about whether they agree or disagree with the fact that Kitty is getting married to Colossus. But it's certainly some interesting fodder for a short comedy skit. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Huh. So, I guess that was it. She basically uh, decided getting married in her wedding gown wasn't enough, so she chose like the most garish costume she ever had. When she was a teenager. Like, believe it or not, for any of you who haven't actually uh, read the X-Men comics, that is actually what she's wearing. Or rather, that was one of the costumes she wore. That was one of the first things she was actually seen wearing. Yeah, because when she first joined the X-Men, um, like uh, she first appeared in the same issue that the Dark Phoenix saga started, and then she didn't officially join the team until several issues later. And then she was wearing the uh, old school black and yellow X-Men uniform, so she looked like one of the original five members of the cast. Before they diversified their look, and then she decided that she was going to diversify her look. And because she was 13, this was what she came up with. So I thought that was pretty funny. And of course, there's some fun appearances by Nightcrawler as Best Man, which makes sense because you kind of feel like Kurt Wagner would be the best man at every X-Men wedding. Like, it just seems like he would be. And then you've got as the maid of honor, you've got Ilyana Rasputin, who is Colossus's, Peter Rasputin's younger sister. Um, who is also Kitty's best friend. And there's whole lot of history between those two, and that's putting it mildly. So, but yeah, that also I kind of feel like this little gag about Kitty's costume kind of feels like that kind of that calls into it kind of calls attention to the age difference that's always been a bit of a thing between Colossus and Kitty, where Peter is like a few years older. He was like, I don't know, somewhere between 16 and 19 when he joined the X-Men, and Kitty was like 13, which was only a matter of a few years, but that's a gigantic difference if you're a teenager. In fact, it was that fact that led to the breakup by editorial mandate. That was the whole thing. But anyway, I thought that was kind of neat. There really wasn't a lot to this video, but it's always nice to see things from Floating Hand Studios. So, this has been another reaction video from Hidden Ranger Streaming. Like, if you want to see more stuff like this, and I kind of feel like just going through their entire backlog, because they only have like a handful of videos really, and they're only like a few minutes apiece. In fact, I think this is probably the shortest one of the videos I've ever seen. So, anyway, if you want to see more like this, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at HRStreaming, and I will see you some other time.